evening, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Gray Man Prepping. How is everybody doing out there? Well, I see everybody chit-chatting there, so let's jump up here to the comment section here and make sure I welcomed everybody in. First in was Walt Rogers, then Troop 1351 claimed second, Prepper Girl claimed third, Phelan Clan Wolf claimed fourth. Walt goes, oops, I forgot to put first. Mother Garden Club came in next. Wendy Hardnack Farms came in. Tibor's in the house now, so is Chef Tech. And Howie, Food Forest Permaculture's here. The Aquatic News Network is in the house. And everybody's chit-chatting. Prepper 101 is here. Utah Mike has made it. And okay, we're caught up here. Whoa. It said I had 15 up there until I came in to welcome everybody in, and then when Utah Mike and Prepper 101 came in, it went to 11 because I guess all the trolls found out they couldn't type in without subscribing first. Oh, poor trolls. Breaks my heart. Oh man, most of you probably didn't catch it, but just before about say half an hour ago, I uploaded a short video showing what I did with the walk behind Cub Cadet string trimmer with a 5 horsepower motor running that big old fat twine around. Yeah, I did some heavy weed throwing. I had to change my shirt because I got in there, sat down. I could see all the specks of weeds and stuff stuck to my shirt. It's like, oh man. I don't think it's it. It's the trolls. We know we had when I don't put subscribers only, we get all sorts of crude people making comments and stuff because they live in their mommy's basement and they can't afford to have their own place, and they don't feel good about themselves weighing 300 pounds, so they make fun of everybody else. And this is my third half gallon today. This one is full, so I've drank a gallon so far. All right, let's get rid of, let me hit save on that, and I can drop that out of the way there. Boom. All right, let's jump right. Yeah, they probably do use voice. They probably have 12 different accounts. Froze. And they try with 1 or 2 first, and then if they can't get in, they say, screw it. All righty, let's see here. I need to bring this up. There we go. All right, we got 19 news articles to cover, of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of them, you guys sent me an email link to these news articles. So, all right, so let's go down to the bottom of the list here. I'm not going to open this one up. I'm just going to read it. Rubio says U.S. will aggressively revoke visas for many Chinese students. They've been saying that for a little bit now because the Chinese student, they found, the government found out that Chinese students are being told by their government to spy. That's part of their requirement for being able to come over here and get an education in the American system. They got to spy on the Americans. All right, next one. Supreme Court limits environmental reviews of infrastructure projects. That's a deep read one, and I went through it twice, and I got a headache. And basically, they're making the environmental review go back to what the law actually says. So they're not limiting it. They're going to say, no, you can't expand it. You have to do what the law. You can only do what the law says for an environmental review. You can't have every Mo, Larry, Curly, and Dick out there saying, "Oh, we wanted to include this too." Well, no, the law doesn't say that. So that's what that one is. The next one here, I'm going to go into because I did go into before, because it's from the Epic newsroom, and I can only go in there so many times a month for free. So let me pop up into this one here, and it's showing me everything. Supreme Court rules 7-2 on temporary legal status for immigrants from 4 countries. And you go in again, and then once you're in it, it's Supreme Court allows Trump administration to remove parole status from immigrants from 4 countries. The Supreme Court let the administration lift humanitarian parole status for 500,000 people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. And what does it say? Okay, that was fun. The internet kicked me out of the live stream. Oh man. Okay. Get in here and clear some things over. And John's life is in the house now. Man. Okay, it says the Supreme Court temporarily stayed a lower court decision that halted the Trump administration's attempt to remove a protection known as parole for immigrants from the 4 countries. Those 4 countries are listed. The court's decision, which came on May 30th, blocks the lower court order as the issue plays out in the court system. Justices Jackson and Sotomayor dissented from the court's decision. Gee, I wonder why. Trump administration argued that the decision to remove the parole was the Trump administration argued that the decision to remove the parole was discriminatory for the Secretary of Homeland Security. Oh, no, it was discretionary for the Secretary of Homeland Security and not reviewable by courts. So now it's going through. So when Homeland Security finds out, oh, all right, this one's doing something screwy. Oh, we found out information on this one. You know, the lower court saying, oh, no, you can't take their status away from you. Yeah, we found out they're troublemakers. So, yeah. And CB is in the house. Hugo Homestead. And Diana 2 is here, too. All right, so let me close that one. That's that one. You guys can read up on that one if you want to go read up on that one. Here, okay. This one, I tell you, I fell out of my chair laughing at this one. Here's the headline. Stealthy new police change in California. Here's what to look out for. And I about fell out of my chair when I opened the article. Come on, show me the thing. Here's what it goes into. Think that SUV in your rear view mirror is just another commuter? Think again. The California Highway Patrol, CHIPS, has rolled out a fleet of stealth enforcement vehicles aimed at cracking down on what it calls video game style driving or dangerous behavior like line weaving and triple digit speeds and road rage. The stealthy vehicles, that's what I can't. They're not stealthy vehicles. Are already blending into the freeway traffic to catch lead-footed tailgaters. They were doing that from back in the 40s, where they originally all the police cars were black. And everybody started getting colored cars and stuff. So the police department started painting their cars colored to blend in with everybody else. And then everybody went to solid, from the 2 tones to the single tones, and finally, back in the 60s, they said, screw it, we're just going to go black and white. Well, I know here in Idaho, back about 10 years ago, the state police went to a dark blue, solid one color, and the where it says state police on it is in black on a dark blue car, and it has a dark gold stripe on it. So if you're not paying attention, you're not going to notice it. California, though, has been doing stuff for what, 30 years for stealth vehicles. They went back to all black for a while, and they still have all black ones. They went to all white ones, and that's the one that really screwed people up. They were all white, and not only they weren't the normal police cars, they were Mustangs with the Interceptor engine in it, and it was white with the light gold California Highway Patrol star on the door. So if you're in traffic and any sort of glare, you can't tell it's a police car at all. Everything was in the grill. In the back, it had pop-up lights on the back deck, And so until they flipped on, you couldn't see what they're. And they had those. Oh, geez. Yeah, 30 years ago, shortly after I got married, and and so they're blowing this out. Once again, the left wing nuts are blowing this out, saying, "Oh, they're trying to be stealthy and do this and that." And here it says, of the employing a new generation of pros, 100 specially marked low-profile Dodge Durangos. They've been using Ford Explorers for what, 20 years now? 25 years? Hello? The Dodge Durango is not low profile compared to a Ford Explorer. Do they? So they got black and they got silver. Let me see if I can. Okay, all right. Let's see if I can bring that up so you guys can see it. Oh, hang on. Present. When I got kicked out, it dropped out the presenting portion. There we go. See, black. I don't need to see ads. Dang it, I don't want to see ads. Hide the ad. Hide the ad. There we go. Gee, Jelly Bell. Oh, Jelly Bell is not a bad ad. But all black and silver. And notice the gold Highway Patrol and star. It's hard to see on the silver, but it's even harder to see on the white. Highway Patrol had roof rack rails on theirs specifically because they noticed that with the cities. That's what was so funny. And I know some cities started putting the rack on there. Okay, it kicked me out again. Hey, David Knight's in the house. Oh, all right. So let me get rid of that one there, and we'll get back to the other one here. Oh, great. Everything's acting up here. Hang on, I got to fix something over here. Hey, what's it doing? Okay, let's see if it brings me up here. Give me a few seconds. And I'm watching both the other one. There, I'm back on the other one. So it's Chrome that was screwing up, and finally Chrome shut down totally. All right, so all right. I was typing in that I was fixing it on my other computer, so which is weird. All right, so here's the next one, which you guys ought to get a laugh at. Oreo maker sues Aldi for image copying. Hang on, I'm gonna have to do this here. Share and put that back there while I bring it up here. Okay, and Caitlin Strange sent me this article, and this was just like funny. This was off of AOL News, so here it goes, folks. Okay, am I gone? Oh, okay. What the heck's going on here? Did it black me out? It froze me or something. It keeps trying to shut my, and I don't know who's trying to shut me down, whether it's Bill Gates, China, or platform. Okay, now I'm back now. Now I can see myself on both screens. Okay, so here we go. We got Nutter Butter and buttercream. Nutter Butter is shaped like a peanut. The buttercreams are round. They're round. Okay, and the buttercreams look. The peanut butter cream looks like a totally different cookie, which Nabisco hasn't sued over. Chips Ahoy. It's a solid one color pack, and it just says chocolate chip. I mean, there are a lot of them say chocolate chip. Now the Oreo, I could see because it does look a little bit more like it, and anybody's chocolate chip looks like anybody's chocolate chip, but the Oreo, I could see over that one, but yeah, Aldi sewing. Oh, you're looking like mine. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get rid of that one. All right, I'm just going to read this and give you what some of the reports coming out of DC is. What to know about contagious new variant found in California. One person has it. One person. It's the only one that's been documented to have this new contagious COVID variant. And I'm not even going to talk about what's coming out of DC. You need to watch some of the. It's just a long ad. No, it's only a 45-second ad. I'm going to let it play. Anyways, there's talking about the stuff on there. There's a lot of reports coming out exposing fraud and everything with it. So, like all of us knew, there was a lot of fraud with it, but that's coming out. All right. So let's go ahead and skip the next one. This next one. These are the best and worst places to raise a family in California. I looked at the list. Number one on that list was Fremont. My mother-in-law lives in Fremont. My wife was raised in Fremont. She does not want to go back there. It is not one of the best places to raise a family. It's not one of the best places for kids. And so this little thing coming out, California's putting out propaganda spin, just like the other governments were about the. Yeah. But I looked at the worst ones. Hey, the worst ones are worse. I would probably say the best and worst places to raise a family in California. Best places are up in the mountains, and none of those towns made it on the list at all. Worst places, any ones down in the lowlands. All right. All right. This was an alert put out. Wildfire smoke hits the Bay Area with hazy air quality. Advisory issued by the San Francisco Bay Area Air Quality Nazi Board. yeah, you sneeze and they throw out an alert. And my wife's there saying, there's no problem with the air. It's, it's absolutely perfect here. Well, other than the fact of the normal car driving, but, and then that was on, that came out on the 2nd. On the 4th, air quality advisory extended due to wildfire smoke. And my wife's going, there ain't no smoke. So yeah, the Bay Area air quality Nazis are trying to establish fear and authority over people again. I'm going to, geez, I got 3 left, and they're all, okay, I'm going to go with the first one here. Mount Etna erupts, and Kaylin Strain sent that to me. There are plenty of stuff out there, but I want to share a video here for you guys. See if I can get to work right here. Control C. And bring that over here so I can do it proper. Enter. Let's see if I can stop it as soon as it comes up. Okay. This is a time lapse. Oh, before I show that, I gotta play something else here real quick. Okay, stand by while I play this 8-second little clip here. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1967. Copyright disclaimer, blah, 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 blah. Fair use for purposes of everything that was on there. So we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to do commentary on this video clip, okay? So let me go bring it over here. Oh, and my commentary is this is some good video, CBS News. And look at that. That's time lapse of the Mount Etna eruption. Several different views of it. And then you got the thermal imaging of everything. That was some scary high temperatures going out there. So yeah. Yeah, so there are some other ones out there too. There's some really cool videos on that. If you want to see some impressive stuff, check it out. Next one here. Oh, gee, I'm just going to read you the thing. Flight attendant caught dancing naked on a flight to SFO on British Airways. It was a male flight attendant dancing naked on British Airways flight to San Francisco. Talk about new and exotic in-flight shows. Yeah. And with the eruption, there were several others in the last 2 weeks, other volcanoes erupting at different spots around the country. So if you look up volcanic eruptions starting I think it was the 25th, maybe the 15th. Put the 15th in, 15th to the current date, and you'll get about 3 or 4 of them around the world that were erupting. All right, so the last one here, before we open, go to something a little bit more jovial. Firmer. I want to double check this. Yeah, it's supposed to be former, and the thing on it was firmer. Okay, all right. So former Biden press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says she's no longer a Democrat. Former White House press secretary for President Joe Biden has left the Democratic Party and become an independent. She writes in a new book, That'll be released this fall. In her upcoming book, Independent, A Look Inside a Broken White House. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting book, folks. Yeah. Angels Homestead, how you doing? Yeah, the Yellowstone one was not an eruption. It was just a high. Can't remember the proper term for it. Basically, it was a like a geyser just went that didn't go. That just brought up a little bit more extra mud, and just I looked at the videos of it, the real videos of it, not the fake ones out there, and it wasn't that big. Yeah. And all that is that just, oh, yeah, it's releasing pressure. Well, actually, that was just water, no lava. All that was just that water going down there had gotten through and hit a hot spot and flash boiled and shot out. But yeah, everyone was freaking out over that too, till you actually saw the real videos of it. On this day, in 2025 AD in Antarctica, not much happened either. Well, Diana, I'm saying it's going to be interesting because it's the press secretary who got fed up with it. All right, and she's doing an expose, so she had access to a lot of information. So that's going to be an interesting part to see how much stuff she divulges in her new book, which could be really funny. All righty, let's get out of that. Anything new pop in? Nope, no new stuff come in. Oh, I will let you guys know something here. Let me drop the link so you guys come up and we can talk about stuff. There's the link going out. Back on the 19th, my wife and I decided to get we got natural gas put into the house a couple of years ago, and we got the furnace put in, but we just hadn't pulled the trigger on getting stove stuff. Well, we got a stove and a dryer. We ordered it from Home Depot on the 19th. It was a really inexpensive 4-burner stove. My wife is tired of that 5th burner in the middle. She hates it. So we went with a 4-burner, which is all we really need anyways. And doesn't need to have all these freaking extra bells and whistles and linking to your computer and linking to your phone or anything like that. It's as plain as you can go without having just pilot lights and no plugged into the wall thing. Just, it's as plain as you can be. And it's in stock waiting to be shipped to us. The dryer we got was a Hot Point, which is made by GE, and GE told Home Depot, "Oh, we'll have it to you on this date," which was the hang on, let me look at the calendar here so I can get it all right here. Which was 9 days later. And then for the 28th was when it's supposed to be delivered. And then on Saturday, 24th, I get a email from Home Depot saying, "Oh, good news. Your delivery is going to be a day early on the 27th. On Monday, the 26th, it says, be ready to receive a phone call for your 4-hour window. Then on the morning of the 27th, I get another email. Oh, it's been postponed. And it goes into it. One of the items is not in stock by the supplier. GE will contact you with a new date for delivery. GE has never contacted me yet.
What one of the items? I mean, what, the door for the
dryer?
Stove?
The dryer.
Oh, okay. Where's the stove?
Sitting at the Home Depot delivery house, the warehouse.
Oh, tell them you want the stove now. Before it gets
Well, they said it's set up for free delivery for both of them going together.
Oh, joy!
So if you get them separately, you're gonna get charged for one of them. anyways, I'm going to go down there tomorrow and really complain at them because they gave me an email. One of the emails they sent on the 26th, the day before it was supposed to be delivered, said, go ahead and get your appliances unplugged and ready to be removed, blah, 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 blah. If you want to remove them themselves, go ahead and remove them now.
That's great.
Yeah. So we took the dryer out, put it outside because it was electric. We unplugged it, rolled it out, put it outside, took the electric stove, which we haven't been using at all, took it outside. And so then they postponed it to the 4th.
Sounds like you're about to set up an outdoor kitchen and laundry room.
If I had power out there, I'd plug the dryer in outside. I would just go ahead and plug it in. Fortunately, my daughter's across the street with a really big dryer. And I just wash my clothes here, take them, toss them in her dryer because that's what she did when her old dryer died. She brought them over here till they got their new dryer delivered. But theirs was delivered in 3 days. Anyways, and then on the 4th, they're saying, "Oh, it's going to be delivered," blah 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 blah. And they never called me, never did. And then they said, "No, it's going to be on the 2nd, Monday the 2nd." And then they called me on Friday saying, "Yeah, on Friday the 30th, saying on the 31st, you'll get a notification of your 4-hour window." Never got it. Never got it on Sunday. Monday, I called. I was calling, "Hey, what's going on?" And then they go, "Oh, wait a minute. They don't have it in stock. The dryer again. It's not in stock, but GE sent it to you." Well, evidently, somebody at the warehouse saw it come in and they put it on the wrong. Someone else was buying the same dryer and they gave it to somebody else who came in after me in line.
Of course they did.
Yeah. Anyways, then they go into on the 2nd about after I called and talked to them. 2 hours later, sent me an email saying, "Oh, it's been postponed."
To what, July 15th?
To June 11th.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to go down and complain and say, "Hey, you guys sent me the email, told me to unplug it and remove it." So it's been removed.
Yeah.
And now my wife is no longer here, so I can't put it back in the house by myself. I'm just going to go rag on them, see if I can get an extra $100 or so out of them.
Make sure you walk in, get a cane, and walk in and limp. You got to have that homeless feel where they'll feel sorry for you, but you actually spent money, so they will feel sorry for you.
Yeah, I'll say, well, if you can't deliver it, maybe I'll just cancel it, cancel the new Home Depot credit card, cancel everything, and see what they do.
Oh, they won't get it.
Oh, no, they'll start giving me extra for that. Oh, they'll do something.
We found it in the store in New York City. We're gonna have it transferred. New York City? Yeah, I don't think I want it now.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's what's been going on. That's the drama I've been putting up with here. And of course, my wife went back and it's been delayed. And yeah. Oh, I do have something on the brighter side here. Hang on, let me bring up the other stuff here. There it is. Fake book memes. I got just 2 fake book memes to share with you guys today. I thought this one was so funny. It's always been about for top one. If you can't read it, it says, top one says, "Who wants Biden Hunter on their board of director while his dad's in office?"
Yeah.
Bottom one, "Who wants Biden Hunter on their board of directors while his dad's not in office?" All the hands are down. Yeah. Now, who out there, everybody? Oh, Virginia Bushcrafter. Hey, welcome. Problem is, I checked with the other stores and stuff. The cheapest that anybody else has for the stove is $150 more. Before I got the $100 bundling discount and the $50 coupon discount thing, and it's $125 more expensive for this exact same dryer. So basically, it's 370 some odd dollars more expensive for me to go to another store.
So it sounds like you need to put up one of those solar clothes dryers. The ropes between the poles with clothespins.
Nah, I don't like how stiff it leaves my clothes and itchy, scratchy.
Why, is the air that bad there?
No, it just dries it so fast before it has a chance to whip around and get soft. Okay, it's dry. It's hard as a board and it's dry. Hey, Ferocious, how's it going? All right. So, all right. Before I show the next meme, who here has ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
Never.
Oh, you poor depraved child.
No, hell no. I was more of an Atari 2600 person.
We all did that too, but we all played Dungeons and Dragons, Car Wars, and
Nope.
MechWarrior / BattleTech.
Nope. Never.
Anyways,
I didn't have time to sit down and play that memory crap with other people. Oh, there we go.
And for my next spell, I cast Closed Casket Funeral.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're going to get that big enough so you can see what he's got there in his hand. Yeah, to me, that one reminded me of that'd be Gandalf going, "You shall not pass, Law's Rocket." Yeah, to me, that one, yeah, that's that type of thing here. Oh, yeah. So there have been no updates on my delivery thing, which has been rescheduled for July 11th. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go in there tomorrow, see if I can get an additional store credit to, get some more of the soaker hose and timers and stuff for it. We're talking about GE, and Tibor gets a GE credit union ad.
Yeah. Keep your money with us so we can tell you we sent it yesterday. Wait for the courier.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. There are some funny reels out there dealing with Dungeons and Dragons. One's called it's the LARP channel, and the guy he does like reaction. He puts up, and here's this, show you see this mountain and a little bunch of smoke come out. All of a sudden, lightning just starts striking, boom, 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 and it's a beginning of a volcanic eruption. He goes, "I told you not to cast any more fireballs." Oh. I mean, he does it so deadpan and stuff, and there's some of these creepy little things crawling out at night, video stuff. You put up one of those, and he goes, "No, no, 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 hell no, no, we are not playing that." My water heater wasn't working when I got it yesterday.
Yeah, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We'll be there at some point, maybe.
Yeah. My whole day was spent waiting for him. Yeah. Well, at least Home Depot says they'll give me a 4-hour window the night before.
That's right, and they'll be like, they'll call you a half hour before that window's up, saying, "Oh, we're running a little bit late. It might be another 2 hours," so your whole day's shot.
Yeah. Well, if they tried delaying it again and they say, "Oh, we're going to delay," or "You're going to reschedule here," I go, "No, you have to reschedule for another 2 weeks out after that," because I'm heading to California. for a vacation.
I know. I bought my washer and dryer through Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I have an inside edge there. Got a discount. Anyway, it showed up, and the guys they bring it in, get it downstairs because I don't touch it. I don't do anything. Bring it downstairs, and they do their inspection. And they look. They're like, "Uh-oh." The side of the dryer had a dent in it. And they're like, what do you want to do? I was like, what? Meanwhile, I already knew. I was like, what are my options? Well, we can take it back and, we'll get you another one. Might be a few days. Or we can call in and see if we can get a discount. My daughter's the one on the other end of the phone these days that does the discount over the phone. So they called in, and I knew it because I'm texting my daughter the whole time. And they called in. They're like, well, tell them, we can give them a $150 gift card. And I'm sitting there going like, hell yeah, I already got like $300 off this dryer. Now I'm getting a $150 gift card. It literally only cost me $260 for a Whirlpool dryer, big drum. I was like, gas. I'm like, that works. So when it gets there, if it has a little scratch in it, complain.
Oh, I will.
They'll call in and they'll give you something. And for you, it's like, yeah, I'll take a $100 Home Depot gift card. That works.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to tell your wife you went and bought something because she won't see it.
What I'll do is, I'll get the $150 gift card and I'll give it to her.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Well, wait, you put it on the Home Depot credit card that you just opened? Go in there and pay your bill with the $150 gift card.
That too. Oh, yeah. Oh, while she was here, I found out on the house we bought in 2017, the 5 acres across the street, 2016, in November of 2000, October 2000. We started the sale near the end of October, and my daughter moved in before Thanksgiving. Everything was all done and everything on it. My wife was doing stuff. She'd worked her magic the entire time. It was on a 30-year loan with low interest rate because it was a 30-year loan. And she'd been paying extra here, there, and everything else. And she goes, oh, we got a payment and a half left. And it's like, so, and she said, well, it would have been this week when it happened. She goes, so I'm paying it next week, and then I'm gonna call them and get a final payment amount to immediately pay it off. Find out what a payoff amount is, because it's only gonna be like $450 for the payoff amount. So she's gonna pay that one off, and then that puts everything now being paid on this one, which is down from 375,000 down to just barely over 200,000. So, yeah, I love my wife and the way she works accounting magic on the homes.
We looked into doing the double payment monthly and all that. Our Bank of America, they suck, said doesn't matter. It still counts as the one payment. They didn't want to hear the principal interest. No, they wrote something in our freaking 8 million page contract to prevent paying it down faster. Yeah, whatever. And I'd have to get it refinanced and all this other crap in order to do it, and it would still cost me stupid money to do that. But
yeah. When you ever buying a property or a car or anything, record the session with the salesperson that's doing the contract work and stuff, and ask, is there any penalties for making early payments? if we have a little extra money, can we pay an extra payment on it, or an extra amount on the principal only?
Right.
And if they say no, there isn't, and then come back later on, they say there is. Oh, wait a minute, we got it recorded saying that
they're going to say
wasn't,
it doesn't matter. You signed.
No, it does matter.
Didn't read it.
They go, you ask and they say no, and they, while you're doing it, you can sue them for false representation. As soon as they find out that you recorded them, we'll allow you to do it. I want to see that in writing, that you're going to allow me to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this conversation is being recorded too. And yeah, that's you can do it. I mean, she had something else with the HELOC on it. They tried to pull a thing on the HELOC, and it's like, no. It was specifically asked, and I went through it, and on my copy that I have does not have that paragraph in there. And the rinky-dink thing did the HELOC on the Martinez house goes, oh, wait a minute. Came back up. Oh, you're right. That was someone else's one we were looking at.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, banks.
Yeah.
Suck. But anyway.
And we're going to take an extra $100 off for the what's the word they use for the trouble,
Yeah.
They use the fancy word for the trouble for the inconvenience going on this. But yeah. But man, I tell you, I am so tired. I got a Ryobi 18 volt weed eater to get around the close stuff where the Cub Cadet walk behind can't do. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but it seems to be vibrating more and more and more. And check to make sure everything's properly lubricated. What I can lubricate, and yeah.
Take the spool off the head and see if it does it.
Okay, so there's not a spool on the head. They replaced the head with the plastic knife things and stuff. And it didn't do it when we put that on there. I changed the knife blades out on it. Like it started to go, maybe one blade's wore out a little bit. Changed the knife blades, still does it. And so maybe I'll just pull the whole thing off and just see how if it spins or does it. But
probably got a spun bearing down at the bottom end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Ryobi 18 volt cheapie.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Unlike some of the ones I've seen on some of the videos, like the Still and some of the other ones that have all metal tube with the big old metal head down there and then everything else on it, where they have an Allen wrench plug in it. You take it out and you screw, and you give you a tube of this. You can get a tube of this grease at any repair shop, Home Depot, Lowe's, and any place else. You unscrew the cap and it screws right into there. And you just squeeze it, give it a little, squeeze it a little bit more, give it another little spin, and okay, that's enough. And then save it for the rest of it for the next time. But yeah, I can't take it back because it's been 2 years. That's the problem.
You stuck with it now, boy.
Yeah, it's 2 years of using it, and it's like they're not going to take it back. But yeah. The only reason why I got it because they've got the blower and the stuff, because Craftsman doesn't make a blower and a weed eater.
Yeah, they do. I got them both. I got two blowers. I got a small one, which is a small tube blower, and I got the big one, which has like a 4-inch diameter thing on it. Came together. Good night, Mother Earth. Came as a kit. I mean, the weed whacker, you have to buy their little spindle spool of single twine that sticks out, auto feed, all that stuff. But I keep it out of the cabin, so I bought a bunch of those. I'm probably good for like 5-6 years.
Let's see if I can bring this other one up here. Okay, there we go. Let me just come on, blow it up. Come on, give me the big one. Yeah. It ain't much of a big one. Let's see if anything bigger. That's a little bit bigger. That's my walk behind Cub Cadet.
Oh, there you go.
And the strings on this, I mean,
quarter inch.
Just about. I mean, you think a good paracord, yeah, it's thicker than good paracord.
Looks like you could put a 16-inch saw blade on that thing.
That one I checked it. This one I'd have to get an adapter kit for it. But yeah, then it would be monstrous. But yeah, it's fun. But I got the Ryobi one because they had stuff like that. And the Craftsman, when I was looking at it, of course, all my stuff in Craftsman is the 19.2 volt, and I got dozens of pieces for it. I got a couple of the reciprocating saws. I got 3 half-inch drills, 3 3/8-inch drills. The two things on it, impacts.
That's the older stuff. 19.2 because the new stuff is a 20 volt.
Yeah, I know. I got all that stuff there, and everything works except for the one 3/8 drill that got left outside in the rain because I thought I grabbed everything, brought it in before the rain got out there and found it hidden. Yeah, it was like, oh crap. But
that's a DC motor. You should be able to take it apart, clean it, and put it back together.
I tried. I mean, it was fried inside.
Yeah.
As soon as I pulled the trigger, I waited till I took a hairdryer to it to kind of dry it out and everything else, and did all the stuff on it. Gave it a little, just to test it. The next day, make sure it was totally dried out and everything. It lost all its smoke.
I hate it when all the factory smoke leaves.
Yeah, I know. It just kind of ruins it when you can't just get that factory smoke back in it again. But yeah, we've had some fun stuff going on here with stuff. But yeah, it's like I was on the fence between the 18 volt, which was and everything was you can tell it's a little lighter and everything else, or whether I wanted to go with the 40 volt.
Oof.
And I'm like, no, because my daughter already had a Ryobi set and of 18 volt, and I just got a complimentary set, the blower and the drill and some other stuff.
I love my Craftsman stuff.
Oh, I love mine too.
Every time they had a sale, because the battery, the 4-amp batteries individually were like, $80 each, $90 each. Yeah, I bought like 1, 2, and then they had a sale. 2 batteries and a charger, $99. I was like, okay, I'll take that. And they would do that on us. I got probably like 6 chargers now, but I got all the 4-amp batteries to go with it. I can run my fan at the cabin. I can run a whole bunch of stuff all night long, including my little Bluetooth boombox. That thing's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. So for the 19.2.
Oh, that's the older stuff.
Yeah, but I can get these replacement ones for almost the same price, and this is a 3.6, and this is a 7 amp hour.
I like my batteries. They stack and fit in a case a whole lot better. That doesn't have the little stem sticking out.
And I don't have the double. Where does it have the quad charger here? I have I have the quad charger and a couple of the other singles mounted on the walls. UUA quad CHAR. Does it show it? They don't even show the quad charger. Quad charger is cool. It's got, you know, 4 of them, you know, facing the center, and you just put it on there, and you put it, you load it up, and it goes bing, 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 right on around and charges them. But yeah, they don't have the quad charger here on Amazon. But see, I got all the stuff before there was a 20-volt Craftsman
right.
stuff.
Yeah, my stuff. I mean, they came out with that the 20-volt like 5 years ago,
something like that. But see, when we first got our first one, it was 30 years ago, and it's for Christmas. My wife got me this big old rolling chest thing. I don't know what all it is. This thing, big old monstrosity in the living room. Christmas morning, because she told me to go to bed and stay in the room there while she did something. Like, okay. And it had the trim saw, the reciprocating saw, the impact, the 1/2-inch drill, the 3/8-inch drill, the jigsaw, the triangle sander on it, and there was something else in there too. I can't remember off the top of my head. And it's like, boom. And the next Christmas, she got me another set. That was not quite as big, a little bit smaller because it was on super sale, and she had to use her Sears credit card. And because she was using her Sears credit card, she got an extra 20% off.
Yeah, 20% off. You better pay that bill instantly because
she did. She paid, she gets, as soon as she gets the bill, you get paid. And it was just, it was like, so I have all this stuff, and the none of the tools have gone bad. The original ones we first got had the had NiCad batteries. Then they had the metal, the metal
nickel metal hydride.
Yep. Yeah, that one. And then they came out with the lithium batteries. And then when the lithium batteries came out, they came out with the charger that would charge all 3.
Yeah. I still have
that's what my big one does. Charges all 3, and it's just excellent.
I still have my Makita 9.6 volt with the big stick battery. I built more stuff with that. I built decks, but you needed like 5 batteries and 3 chargers because one battery would get you like 15 minutes. And then you're putting another battery in it, and that one took 2 hours to charge. So you didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah, the first powerless tool I got, cordless power tool I got was a Porter Cable 12-volt drill. 1987.
That battery lasted for 12 minutes.
No, actually, that battery, I mean, it was a good battery and stuff, and it lasted for a while. And then when the battery finally died, they no longer made it in 12 volt. Sorry. Yeah. And so, kept looking, trying to find, I found a place that but I never drove the 30 minutes down there of all my NiCad and nickel metal hydroxide batteries to have, they would change them out into either the same type we had that were in it, or they'd upgrade them to lithium. But it was, it was cheaper. And then when they did it, they packed it full. So it was actually a better battery in it, but I never got, down there. It was always too busy. But got that when my wife got me the 19-volt Sears Craftsman's ones, it was like, yes.
Yeah, I probably got hundreds of dollars invested in my Makita stuff, and it's in one of my cabinets out in the shop, and I probably haven't seen it in, I don't know, 8-9 years. I know the batteries are junk by now. Everything's junk. Yeah. So, all right.
Tibor is saying good night. Duke by V just came in, and Tammy, I didn't see when Tammy Harder slipped in.
She slipped in right when the ad for depression popped up.
Okay, I see it. All right. I still say that the video about the Cry Now Cryo is the funniest video. It's a prank video. Basically, it's a ad for Cry Now Cryo. Are you suffering from Trump? Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, TDS. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Don't take depression pills. Go to Cry Now Cryo. We'll put you in cryogenic sleep for the next 4 years, and when you wake up, it'll. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's funny.
Yeah, and then when she wakes up, it's like, this is your Captain Elon Musk. We're arriving at the Mars colony.
Yeah, the Mars Trump colony.
Yeah. Everyone in Cry Now Cryo has been deported from Earth.
No.
Is it Donald Trump Jr.? Or what's his son's name?
Yeah, which one?
Yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah. President Donald Trump Jr. is running for his second term.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, so coming up tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound is livestock babies. We're going to be talking about the unexpectedness of having babies in your livestock, whether it's chickens or turkeys or cows or goats or sheep or horses or whatever it is. How everything's a little bit different when also you're getting prepared to have full-grown livestock, and also now you got babies. Kind of throws everything out of kilter. Saturday is after the Constitution is revoked. What are your plans? On Monday, back on Camp Patton Family Compound, to blanch or not to blanch. Tuesday on Tactical Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping, generator versus power station. Because people have been asking about which is better and stuff again. So we're going to.
You mean it's not a solar generator?
No, it doesn't generate a sun. It's not a solar generator. It doesn't generate solar. The battery bank. Anyways, and so that's there, and then of course then the Midnight Ride. However, there is something special coming up next Friday. Can anybody guess what that is?
Solar eclipse.
That's what's next for not tomorrow, but the next Friday.
Yeah, I'll be
moving one
of my daughters that day.
Yeah. So yeah. So next Friday we're gonna talk everything spooky, creepy. On the 13th, it's gonna be everything spooky, creepy movies, everything from Abbott and Costello meets Dracula to Friday the 13th movies to Alien to the Bela Lugosi Draculas, some of the old stuff which wasn't bloody and gory but scared the crap out of you. The good stuff, All right, that's what's coming up here, folks. And so we're going to wrap this up here. I got to get up early and try to get some more stuff done out there before it gets hot. But so remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill. And try growing something more than you are now. All right. What was it? Bring back Kmart.
Yeah.
But first, you got to bring back Kmart before you can bring back Kmart layaway. And since Kmart bought Sears, and both went bankrupt.
Yeah, and Kmart was selling Craftsman tools, and now Lowe's is selling Craftsman tools. So there's that.
Yeah. All right, everyone. See you around.
Have a good night.